The armies are assembled at Kurukshetra, millions of men standing ready. But right in the center of the battlefield, the greatest warrior of his age freezes. His legendary bow slips from his grip. Arjuna is collapsing under the weight of his own grief. If he refuses to fight the family members standing across from him, chaos and evil will win by default. His charioteer, Krishna, steps in with a blunt correction. He tells Arjuna that his tears are entirely misplaced because he is mourning the physical form, which is irrelevant. If we look at this ancient Sanskrit manuscript, we see Krishna's precise philosophical counterargument. The soul is never born, and it never dies. This statement forces a reevaluation of the entire conflict. Arjuna's grief is presented not as a moral virtue, but as a misunderstanding of the nature of existence. To make this concrete, Krishna uses a stark comparison. He explains that the physical body is completely temporary, functioning exactly like a set of clothes. As we can see, there is unbroken continuity. The soul, the glowing core here, transitions smoothly from one form to another without sustaining damage. Notice how old forms crumble away. Discarding a worn-out body is as painless to the soul as taking off a torn shirt. But this creates a massive logical vacuum. If the soul is immortal and nobody truly dies, why is it necessary to wage a bloody war at all? By removing the tragedy of physical death, Krishna forces Arjuna into a corner. The warrior can no longer fight for mere survival. He has to find a higher, universal reason to draw his sword. Philosophy, however, doesn't stop the enemy army waiting to slaughter them. The brutally real, immediate problem of the battlefield still demands an answer. Krishna introduces the concept of kshatriya dharma, the inescapable, inherent duty of a warrior to stand against evil. Fleeing into the forest to avoid shedding blood seems noble, but abandoning the societal duty to stop tyranny is actually the greater moral sin. This springs the ultimate ethical trap. How exactly does a warrior kill without accumulating a massive debt of destructive karma? This diagram illustrates Krishna's Karmayoga. Look at the scale. When the desire for reward dissolves, action perfectly aligns. You perform your duty with zero attachment. Even as the heavy labels of victory and defeat land on it, the scale remains perfectly balanced. When an action is entirely stripped of selfish desire, even a devastating war avoids the accumulation of karma. The violence becomes an execution of duty, performed with the precision of a law of nature. Arjuna intellectually grasps this logic of Karmayoga, but his human mind remains stubbornly paralyzed by doubt. He asks the inevitable question: who exactly is Krishna to decree the absolute laws of karma, life, and death? This challenge transitions the exchange from an abstract debate into a demand for tangible evidence. Human logic and ethical formulas have hit a wall. To cure the warrior's existential crisis, Krishna must demonstrate the ultimate authority of the universe. The mortal disguise drops. Krishna strips away his human form in a terrifying and awe-inspiring display. This is the Vishwaroop, the cosmic form. Watch as a singular entity fractalizes outward, revealing all timelines and all universes coexisting within one expanse. Krishna issues his absolute declaration. He is time, he is the creator, and he is the destroyer of all worlds. The overwhelming sight completely shatters Arjuna's illusion of control. He realizes he holds no true power over life and death. The universe has already decided the fate of his enemies. Arjuna finally understands his place in the sequence. He is an instrument of cosmic will, carrying out a justice that has already been decided. Suddenly, the cosmic vision vanishes. The quiet physical reality of the chariot returns to the battlefield, but absolute clarity remains. Arjuna closes his fist around his massive, ancient bow. He breaks his paralysis and finally takes up his weapons. The crushing grief from earlier is completely eradicated. In its place is an unshakable, righteous resolve. The ultimate philosophical ladder has been climbed, leaving only the physical execution of duty. Tomorrow, the greatest war in history begins.